Take my breath away. Yeah. Ah yes, the thrill of the wind whipping through my cockpit. Brr, chilly isn't it? Ever wished you could be like Tom Cruise, whistling through the air with the greatest of ease? No safety net, a clean Pampers nappy, and a fresh girlie by your side. You do? Good. Because now you too can be a Top Gun and fly combat missions in a super fast aircraft and engage the computer in a high-tech dogfight, or battle it out with a friend in a head-to-head session. The initial screen, with the two planes on the aircraft carriers in a sunset while excellent music is pumping out, is a perfect opening and rises the tension. Then the game kicks off. The action is viewed on a split screen which shows the instruments, and vector-style graphics to show the aerial antics, with a dotted line marking the artificial horizon. Top Gun was a great movie, and launched the aspirations of many to become pilots on their Commodore 64. I bought this game hoping I could find a game that actually I could say,
I got missile lock on him.
And, in a way, the game does simulate the air-to-air combat that the F-14 Tomcat was designed for, as a long-range interceptor.
Lock him, baby. Lock him. I got him locked. Bingo.
However, any hopes of jinking and doing lots of loops and Immersion turns can be forgotten about. Basically, you challenge your friend or the computer to combat and try to keep the enemy in your crosshairs long enough for missile lock, and then you fire. Your opponent has a chance to launch chaff or a flare to defend against the missile if they have time. The Tomcat's armoury includes cannon, missiles and flares, and the appropriate icon is called into a window on the cockpit display before using the cannon or pressing fire to launch a flare or heat-seeking missile. Your cannon, which will overheat with continual use, are sighted with a crosshair, and the border will flash red when shells hit home. It takes 25 hits with cannon shell to destroy the opposing planes.
I can't shoot this son of a bitch. Let's see if we can have a little fun with him.
Selecting a missile brings a large square sight onto your view screen. The target must be kept within this area for a countdown of 3 seconds to allow the Sidewinder missiles to lock onto the enemy plane before fire is pressed. One hit from a missile is fatal, and the only way to avoid being blown to smithereens if a missile is on your tail is to drop flares to confuse its guidance system, and keep away from it for 20 seconds or so. The missile then runs out of fuel and dives to the ground. Speed and altitude readouts are superimposed on the cockpit view, and the altitude reading flashes if your plane is dangerously low, below 1,000 feet. The instrument panel includes displays that show the throttle setting, cannon temperature, thrust and damage sustained. A radar scanner gives the relative horizontal position of your opponent, and the display will flash red when a missile is locked onto your tail. A small green arrow indicates whether the enemy plane is above or below you, and is used in conjunction with the radar to locate the enemy. The letters near the centre display the weapon currently selected, such as C for cannon, M for missile and F for flares. Ocean sidewinders are strange objects. I hadn't realised that air turbulence, even at 10,000 feet, could make a rocket wriggle like a worm. The sidewinders flex in the middle as they jerk towards your target. They're heat-seeking, so an explosion is pretty much guaranteed. Unfortunately, there's not much boom when it happens, just a Batman-style prickly bubble which wobbles across the screen. The one-player version consists of missions including shooting down 3 enemy planes, and become progressively more difficult. But this was always a game that should be played in 2-player mode really, as in small bursts it could be pretty competitive and addictive. Admittedly, Top Gun surprised me, as I was expecting some old licensing trash, but this is a decent game, even though many will not agree. I don't know, I think it was just purely due to the nostalgia, playing this game with friends and having a blast. The graphics, although basic, seem pretty well animated, and the split screen idea worked excellently. I did, admittedly, get bored of the one-player mode after a short time.
Greetings. Watch the birdie.
Top Gun is a pretty difficult game to get into, But once you find that your jet's got missiles, there's no looking back. Just select the Sidewinder sights, bring your buddy into range, a simple matter if you follow the radar, fire and keep him in sight for 3 seconds, then destruction is assured. It's difficult to classify Top Gun. It doesn't make it as a flight simulation. On the other hand, it's not really an arcade game either. There's just not enough action. But if you're a fan of the film or if you played this as a kid, then I'm sure you'll find some enjoyment with it, once you get to grips with the tricky navigation. Thanks for watching, guys. Were you a fan of Top Gun, or was this game not for you? Hit the like button and let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, I genuinely appreciate all of the support for the channel and kindly ask that if you're not a subscriber but enjoy all things Commodore, then do consider subscribing, as new videos are released daily and I'm sure there will already be plenty of nostalgia just waiting on the channel playlists. It'd be great for you to join me on this epic journey down memory lane. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again, and until then, bye for now.
You are still dangerous. You can be my wingman anytime.
Bullshit. You can be mine.